Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a very special show, I suppose. I'd like to say it's a beautiful Thursday afternoon. The sun is shining, so if you've been out on the course today, I'm sure you've had a lovely day. And what a pleasure it is to be joined by Tom Hayward from the Clutch Pro Tour. Tom, how are you?
Good, thank you. Nice to speak to you.
Fantastic. And we've got Mark McDonnell as well from Modest Golf Management. Mark, what a pleasure. Thank you so much.
No worries. Thank you.
Now, gentlemen, you've probably taken time out of your busy schedule. Have you been up to much golf since the restrictions have been lifted somewhat?
I think Mark's been playing more than I have. I've tried a couple of times. One successfully, one horrendously. So for that first round back, I thought I still had it and thought I might be able to make a pro return, but I'm not sure that's on the cards anymore.
Mark, so is that true then? Have you been getting out on the course a lot?
Yeah, I've been playing a little bit. But obviously from lunchtime, I see the Premiership football's back and the golf's back. So it's been a pretty good afternoon, yeah.
Yeah, in fact, literally just before we came on air, you've probably seen the European Tour have announced their schedule. Tom, you were briefly filling me in with that. So we'll post that schedule as soon as we get off this call a little bit later. Yeah. Now, I just wanted to announce something for us first. Of course, we are delighted to announce that we are going to be broadcasting live the Clutch Pro Tour in 2020. So, Tom, first of all, for us at Content Live Golf, it's a real pleasure to be involved with the Clutch Pro Tour. For those people who sort of haven't seen or haven't come across it or are perhaps familiar with it, would you care to give a bit of a lowdown on the Clutch Pro Tour?
Yeah, likewise for us. By the way, we're really pleased to having you, have you covering the events for us this year. But
thank you.
Clutch was devised and set up after my own pro career. And the idea behind it was to try and give players the opportunity to go and win some substantial sums of money or compete for substantial sums of money. So the events are, in my opinion, a little bit more competitive than what you might usually get at a mini tour level. So you've got a really high standard of players. We try to go to top venues. We offer big guarantees for the players. They're open for men and women. So there's that dual inequality there for the players. So there's a lot going on with the Clutch event, something that was a bit of a gap in the market. We worked really hard to try and build the product and done some good graphics and good branding with the tour and brought some good partners along. And that's obviously where Mark comes in with Modest. It's fantastic to have their association moving forward now for the rest of 2020 and for the foreseeable future. So we look forward to building a really strong partnership with them and bringing bigger and better opportunities to the table for developing professionals. So that kind of encapsulates what we're all about and what Clutch tries to bring to the table for the pros.
Fantastic. Now, we will touch on your relationship with Mark and Modest Golf Management very, very shortly. But I know you or Golfing World did a feature with the Clutch Pro Tour, didn't they? So for anybody who wants to actually see the Clutch Pro Tour in a bit of action, we do have a short video to show right now. So if I could just ask Elaine, our editor, if he could bring that video in, and we're just going to play a short video, a Golfing World feature of the Clutch Pro Tour.
We recently went along to find out more about the inaugural Clutch Pro Tour event. An 84-man field assembled at Camberley Heath in Surrey for this one-day stroke play tournament, with incentives rarely seen at the developmental pro level, including a £25,000 guaranteed total pot and an £11,000 first prize. Pro golfer and founder Tom Hayward gave us the inside line.
Clutch Pro Tour was founded and formulated after I missed Q School by one shot, and I was really in a position where I had no funding, no backing, young family, didn't know what to do but wanted to stay in golf. I wanted to build something for players like myself whereby they didn't have a huge amount of money, they didn't have massive funding, and really, in my opinion, deserved an opportunity to go and win some serious money and significant money that can help fund their career and their season. Like, career sounds dramatic, but if you win, a significant amount of money, i.e. £10,000, that can help you build your season. You can plan, you can structure, you can build a schedule around that.
No stone was left unturned in preparation for hosting a strong field, which included a wide variety of players from a range of playing backgrounds, including the likes of Matthew Southgate and Alfie Plant.
11 grand's up for grabs. If you're playing a full year on the Euro Pro, you can pay for your season this week. So hopefully have a good week and yeah, pick up the first prize.
Golf in Britain's so strong that there should be a lot more events like this where there is enough money to sort of pay for your season. I think the other tours do a really good job, but when the prize fund's quite low, it's quite hard to get the incentive and get the players there. So this is, obviously they've done a great job with this. So I'm really looking forward to playing.
It's the first time they've had it, so hopefully I'll go strength to strength. And but it's been great. It's been run really well, on time. It's been superb. So hopefully we'll get a few more.
Fantastic. Just quickly, Mark, can you hear us okay now? I know we've had a couple of sound issues in the back there.
I can hear you. It was Tom I was struggling a little bit, but it's never a bad thing if I can't hear him. But are you there, Tom?
Yeah, I'm here. We speak enough.
No, I can't hear Tom, but let's press on. This is live.
We'll press. We'll press on anyway, and fantastic video there. I'll quickly just catch up with Tom a little bit, and then Mark, we'll come to you.
Yeah, sure.
Fantastic little video there. Now that was 2019, was it? Now into 2020. You've had an event. How's the tour looking for the rest of the year, Tom?
Yes, we've had 2 good events so far. We started off March 5th at Beaudesert, and then we went to the Shire, who filled in as a last-minute replacement venue on March 20th. So the tour's gone great so far. Had fantastic support from the players, very strong fields, as we kind of expect now on Clutch Pro Tour. It's a very competitive environment for the players. And then moving forward for the rest of the year, we're releasing our schedule with Modest Golf on June the 1st, so on Monday. And that'll obviously be exciting for us and exciting for everyone. We've got some very good venues lined up and some fantastic formats. And just moving forward, it's just a continual process of trying to build the brand, trying to build the product for the players. So trying to increase prize funds, bring more sponsors on board, and build our partnership and brand awareness. And then obviously, hopefully Modest, that's where Modest come in and can help us do that and, use their expertise in that field, because behind the scenes, people won't know this, but behind the scenes, Modest have already given us a huge amount of time and had a huge amount of input with what we're doing. So, the longer our relationship continues, the better, really, from our point of view. And I know Mark's as passionate about this project as I am, and so is everyone at Modest. It's not just them jumping on the bandwagon for a short period of time. They're really invested in this project, and I'm pretty sure they'll bring some special things to the tour, which will benefit all of our players.
Fantastic. Now, Mark, Tom was just being very complimentary about Modest Golf Management and sort of talking about your relationship and the partnership going forward and how you've already been helping behind the scenes. Would you care to sort of elaborate on your relationship with the Clutch Pro Tour, sort of how it came about and plans for the future?
Yeah, sure. So as a business, since we launched in early 2016, our goal has always really been to try and to support the next generation of golfer. That's always been our sort of company message. And obviously over the last 3 years or so, we've had some great success, and a lot of those players are now moving on, and we've had some fantastic wins across the globe. But we always want to continue to support what we believe is the core of our business, which is creating opportunities for younger players coming through. I first came to see and hear about Clutch Tour probably about sort of 12-18 months ago. I just think it's a really unique tour, very fresh. Tom's obviously got great ideas, great ambitions, and it was something which we just started to talk about how we could kind of bring the two businesses together to try and do something really impactful. And obviously now, I guess more than ever, with everything going on in the golf industry, never more than ever do the younger players coming through need professional playing opportunities to really blood them into professional golf. So we're delighted to work with Tom and the Clutch Tour. It's not a short-term relationship. Any relationship we embark on has a vision, and we look to grow with them over the next 5-10 years and make it bigger and better. And we've got lots of sort of different plans in the pipeline. So yeah, really looking forward to it. I think you look on the top players in the world, they've all started somewhere, they've all started on mini tours, and we're really excited where we're going to go with Clutch.
I think it's wonderful. We're involved in plenty of golf mini tours ourselves as well, and it's so crucial for the future of the sport, isn't it? Because we were talking off air, weren't we, about actually getting out on a course. I have a young child myself, so as soon as my 4-year-old was born 4 years ago, the golf clubs went in the garage for a little bit.
Right,
but it has to start. I mean, look, I'm 34 now, so I'm far too. I'm never going to make it on tour now. I mean, not that I was ever going to make it anyway. But it's so important to get golf blooded young and early, isn't it? And give people a clear pathway into golf, because yes, we watch the PGA Tour, we watch the European Tour, we watch the LPGA, we watch the Ladies European Tour, and it's fantastic. But it's a difficult road, isn't it? And Tom, you know that very well, don't you? Because you've played professionally, haven't you?
Yeah, my little journey was pretty insignificant in the scheme of things compared to a lot of people, but started late after university, and I was in the position that a lot of our players are in, that you need a platform to play on, and there's lots of good tours out there in the UK and across Europe, and we've just added to that and complemented what people are already offering. But it's crucial, because the difference between, I was saying to you off air that I played a lot of sports beforehand to a high level when I was a teenager and what have you, but the difference with golf is the amount of time that it might take for someone to develop. It's very rare that someone comes through in 1 year and 18 months suddenly reaches the top level and stays there. So these platforms at a mini tour level, development level, whatever you want to call it, are crucial in my opinion, because it can take, if someone told you now as a professional golfer that it might take you 5 years to get to where you want to be to, or even 10 years, that's just the way golf works sometimes, the way you've got to work your way up through the ranks. And at different times a year, depending on scheduling, mini tours can play a crucial role, not just for developing players and PGA professionals, but also for lads who are, maybe not getting the starts they need on the main tour, or they need to come back and build their confidence up again. I think that's overlooked in terms of the importance that mini tours have. It's not just for your developing young lads who are aspiring to get to the European Tour. It's also for guys who have already been there, maybe fallen back a bit, or recovering from injury, or might be struggling financially, whatever it might be. I think that platform, the platform that the mini tours offer, does get overlooked at some points, and I think we've proven that, and other mini tours have proven that with the caliber of players that are willing to turn up, because those players do. We had Stephen Brown play with us last year at Kingswood. I think he was in a pretty poor run of form. By his own admission, he played okay in the tournament he played with us, and then he went on to win on the European Tour. I'm not saying we were the direct reason he went and won, but we obviously played a small part in that, and that's what mini tours are all about. So I think that's why I love being involved in it, because I can't play to a decent standard anymore, really, but being a part of it and watching the players go and perform, is still a massive buzz for me. So that's why we're doing it.
Can I just say on that as well, Tom? I played in the I played in a Foremost Golf foursomes at the Adidas Invitational last year, and I believe I played a hole with Tyrrell Hatton. It was par 3. And since playing that hole, I think Tyrrell's gone on to win the Turkish Airlines Open and a number of tournaments. So I personally claim that Tyrrell Hatton playing golf one hole with me is responsible for his multiple victories on tour. So I will claim that.
It's funny, he actually mentioned that when he won it at the Arnold Palmer. Yeah, he did mention that. He owed it all to you.
He's got no idea who I am. He has actually no idea who I am. But I can assure you, we played one hole. I was part of the Foremost Golf foursomes. Look, this is big for the Clutch Pro Tour, isn't it?
Lost you, Ian.
Chat O-S-T. Lost. You are currently on a group. To interact with items, muting.
Hello? Ian, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Anybody?
I'm back, chat. Yeah, I'm back.
Press Control, Option, Shift. Chat with the host at StreamYard, HTML content.
Can you hear me, chaps?
Yeah, I'm back with you.
Yeah.
You are currently
fantastic. Love it.
Interact with items in this group. Press Control, Option, Shift, down arrow.
Apologies about that. I had a minor issue on my other connection. So fortunately, I have a backup. Now, look, we were just talking about, I was talking about how this is a bit of a big deal for the Clutch Pro Tour. Getting involved with Modest Golf Management. What does this actually mean for growing the tour, Tom, for you?
First and foremost, I think it's us trying to utilise and Mark using their influence they have within the game, helping us to build commercial partnerships. If you ask most players in Europe now, nearly every player in Europe now who Modest Golf Management are, they know exactly who they are. They know exactly the results that they've had with their players. It's a big company. They've made, similar to us, they've made a big impact in a short period of time, and growing the business to pretty significant heights now. Like I said, in a short space of time. So I'm hoping that a bit of their influence into Clutch can help us do the same. And it's more, having spoken to Mark and getting to know him, it's not just what they can bring to the table commercially, but there is a driving passion there throughout the company to want to try and, make a success of this development tour. They get just as much buzz out of it as we do, creating opportunities. And I think moving forward, there's loads of different ways that we can utilise their influence. And like I said, they've not been scared to put some time and effort in behind the scenes. So, Mark's had numerous phone calls with me. He's been helping me negotiate things with golf clubs and all sorts of influences they've already given us. And I'm sure that they'll continue to do that. So I'm sure that it'll be a massive impact for us.
Absolutely. And Mark, let's just come to you. So how hands-on are you then with regards to the Clutch Pro Tour and the mini tours? And Tom was just talking about sort of helping open doors to grow the Clutch Pro Tour. So how hands-on are you and Modest Golf? Are you going to be at the events?
Yeah, absolutely. Anything we do, we'd never put our brand and our name to something unless we are going to be actively involved. Obviously, at the same time, we respect, Tom's done an incredible job to get to the tour to where it is already. The thing that excites us most is if you look at golf now, for us, the gap is shrinking. These tours now are producing young talent who are breaking through even quicker than ever, and they're breaking through and they're winning. And I think a brilliant example of that is Guido Migliozzi, the young Italian we look after. He went from playing on the Alps Tour to winning on the European Tour within 24 months. He's now just outside the top 100 and playing in some of the biggest and best events in Europe. And, he would tell you, as would Tyrrell, who played on various other feeder tours, that these tours, these young players coming through, they're so good that this gives them a platform to learn to win in a professional tournament. And then when they do step up to the next level and the next level, they've already experienced that going down the stretch and winning in a professional environment. So that's why, for us, we're so excited to be a part of it. For us, the grassroots, if you want to call it that, the first sort of step of a young professional's journey is so important. So for us, we are going to be very hands-on. We will be attending events.
Brilliant.
And we're really looking forward to it. I think it's an exciting time for European golf. It's an exciting time for young golfers coming through, and it's just an incredible platform for them to show off their talents and perform.
Absolutely. And Tom, we're going to be with you live very soon, aren't we? Just tell everybody the first event back is in July, isn't it? Where are we going first?
It might have been slightly adapted, but I think we've got to keep it hush hush till the first.
Okay.
So yeah, hopefully there'll be a few. Hopefully there'll be a few nice surprises for everyone when they see the schedule. I mean, I think I underestimated it massively when I was a player. The time and effort that goes into putting the schedules together and putting the tour together and the events together. I mean, the negotiations with the golf clubs alone to try and allow these events is, it's more work than I've ever put into anything. Let alone, if I look now at how much time and effort I put into my playing career, if I put half as much time into my playing career as I have done now for Clutch, I'm pretty sure I would have forged a really successful career on the European Tour. We've got to try and keep it a little bit hushed until Monday. But yeah, we got some really nice surprises, especially because of lockdown. Obviously, every club has viewed the situation differently. So we've lost some very good venues, but we've added it with some really special places. So fingers crossed, there'll be some happy pros out there on Monday when they see it come through.
So what you're saying is we have a big announcement coming on Monday. Great. We will look out for that and make sure you can see that announcement on the Clutch Pro Tours across social media, and we'll also share it on Content Live Golf as well. Mark, look, I just want to say a big thank you for your time today. I know with golf is back, so it means you're probably very, very, very busy. Are you playing golf this weekend, Mark?
I am. I'm actually going tomorrow evening, and the fun thing about clubhouses being closed and what have you, it's like old school. It's like when you're a kid and you take a little packed lunch. So I'm going with my friends. It's one of my friends' birthdays. We're in 2 balls back to back. Little beer bag with an ice cooler in. So it's a nice way to do it. But no, you know what? Obviously, we talk to a lot of people in golf, and we have retailers who sponsor some of our players and what have you, and they're reporting. Some of the online guys are reporting that they're very, very busy. People are looking to order bits and pieces. They're looking forward to getting back out onto golf courses. I hear stories of membership being up in some places. So absolutely, there are much bigger and more important things going on in the world than golf right now. And we all have to stay alert, as a slogan says. But at the same time, for me, where we were 2-3 months ago to where we are now in terms of people being able to get back on the golf course, I personally think for the sport of golf that this is almost acted as a reminder. I think there's a lot of people, you said yourself, that other things came in your way and you ended up putting the golf clubs in the shed and now you're reaching back out for them. And I really do feel that, this could be a really new beginning for golf. And for me, it's reminded a lot of people out there what a great game it is to try and take time out to play. Keeps the mind healthy. And I'm really, really excited for this next phase when we can come out of obviously all the restrictions which are in place. So yeah, looking forward to what's next. And obviously thank you to yourself. It's platforms like you guys, which for me is where golf's going. Golf is changing. How people digest and consume information is changing. So stuff like yourself, what you're doing online and shining a spotlight on the likes of the Clutch Tour is fantastic, and it is part of the movement in golf which we need to encourage more and more people to experience this wonderful game. So thank you.
Lovely. No, thank you very much, Mark. And if somebody just wants to find out about Modest Golf Management or want to get in touch with you, where's the best place for them to go and do that? Yeah, sure. So modestgolf.com on our website would always be good. And we're at Twitter. We're on Twitter, Modest Golf, and Instagram at Modest Golf Official. We're very active across all those platforms. So absolutely, we love to hear from, young golfers out there. We have a policy in the office that every email which comes in from young golfers, we'll always email back with advice or tips. It's something which we always want to do. We really do want to always give back to the game. So we're readily available for advice on hand, and we want to do our bit for the next generation to come through. Superb, Mark. I really appreciate your time. And Tom, again, thank you so much for coming on today. You've been a font of knowledge. It's been an absolute pleasure. Just quickly, Tom, if somebody wants to find out about the Clutch Pro Tour, best place for them to go? Of course, people are probably watching this on Facebook now, but you do have a website as well. Yeah, clutchprotour.co.uk. Similarly, we're pretty active on Instagram and Twitter, so guys can find us easily there on the same username. So get in touch, especially with the players. If the players want any more information, we're always happy to give it out. Tournaments are open to amateurs, men and women professionals as well. So there's a lot going on and lots of opportunity for different people. So yeah, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it. Fantastic. And just to wrap up, anybody watching, there is going to be an announcement from the Clutch Pro Tour on Monday with regards to dates. And of course, you can watch the Clutch Pro Tour in 2020 across social media with us, Content Live Golf, and through Clutch Pro Tour's channels. Gentlemen, enjoy the afternoon. It's still bright and sunny. Plenty of golf to be played today for the rest of the day. So go and enjoy the days. Thank you so much. Take care. And I'll see you chaps very, very soon. And that's a wrap. Thank you.
See you soon. Thank you.